I will answer the second one. That first one, I throw it to King Robert, a big, because King Robert, come and get your boy. But the second one, in a nutshell, it depends. I'll answer for myself. It depends. If it is like an area of the work we have that I'm very familiar with, I've worked there before, I have some, subject matter knowledge, I'm comfortable there, then I already know what the I already know what the code is supposed to look like optimized. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I will code, although I do very little coding nowadays, but I will code with that knowledge. That is different from like maybe a net new project, something that we're not very familiar with, something that we're implementing from scratch, and also it depends on deadlines, right? So when you work for very large companies like I do, and also these companies have very fierce competition, there's a lot of desire to ship fast, ship often, right? Unfortunately, that tends to create tech debt. It tends to have suboptimal code persisting, right, in the code base. Yeah, so it really depends. At the end of the day, if we are working against deadlines and there isn't a lot of familiarity with what we are building, then chances are it's not going to be the most optimized. You see what I'm saying? It also depends on the experience of the developers working on the project. But that's how we learn, right? So trust me, there have been times in my life I have written the most horrendous code that was working, but that was the only thing going for it was working, right? Yes. But then thankfully, the more senior engineers that I was working alongside, I learned, different design patterns, optimization patterns, different strategies to just to create cleaner, more maintainable, more robust code, right? Yeah. So it's a process. I mean, you could sit on YouTube and cram and cram and cram, during a weekend, but it doesn't compare to, working in, what I would say a mission critical environment or a production environment. There's no comparison, right? Yeah. So it really depends. That being said, I definitely, because tech debts can be such a pain to deal with. I mean, just such a pain, and it will always get to a point where it starts to interfere with the development life cycle. I don't care what nobody's saying. It might take a little while, it might take a long while, but eventually tech debt will catch up with you. And so because of that, I like to err on the side of writing as optimized as I can, even if there's deadlines, even if there's pressure from up top or whatever, just to prevent that happening. But then it's almost like, national debt, right? We'll rack up the debt today. It's our children and our grandchildren's generation that will deal with it. The same thing happens like in development environments, right? Let's ship the feature today. Whoever comes to work on this tomorrow, it will be their problem. The issue is now everybody is thinking like that. Okay. So even when those people come to start working, they'll be like, oh, let's just do it anyhow. The next people, so you continue kicking the can down the road, so to speak. Yeah. So listen, it's an issue, it's a problem. I think in many ways it's here to stay. I think it also depends on your industry, right? If you're working in a highly competitive industry and fintech is highly competitive, you need to become very comfortable with tech debt, in my opinion. Okay, somebody might disagree, but that's what I think. I think if you're working in more niche environments that maybe are not as cutthroat when it comes to competition, or you have a very niche product and so you're kind of running like an almost monopoly a little bit, then you have the luxury, right, of making sure everything is optimized. I think this is also true for really early startups. I mean, nothing exists yet, right? So really early startups, they have that opportunity to bake in processes that keep tech debts to a minimum. That's a benefit they have. Companies that have been around for 20, 25, 30 years, they don't have that luxury. That's just the truth, particularly if they're still trying to remain competitive. Yeah, so that's what I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Queen Harriet. All right, good evening, everyone. Hope we are good. Jethro, I was actually just going through my PC when you were talking about uh, the locking, database locking on the back end, because I remember I actually did something like that many years ago, quite some time. There are two ways to do it. You can hear me, right? There are two ways you can actually do them. There is there's this new concept that I've never done it before, but I do understand it. But the way I did mine back then was call it pessimistic locking. Is kind of like an operation whereby you kind of like I'm coming. Let me check Google definition for this. Um, but it's pessimistic, which is PESSIMISTIC locking. It's a strategy whereby it is a pessimistic locking is a database strategy that assumes conflicts are likely and prevents them by immediately locking a record when it is read or modified. Exactly. So basically, what it's just saying is that you see, you were talking about you were using Raise to ask your question, and then you talked about performing transactions on two different devices, same transaction. Say we are withdrawing $200 from the same account at the same time, two different devices. What pessimistic locking does is it's catch the very first one. So even though you press the buttons at the same time, there will be one that it will pick first, and then it will lock that row. But that also um um it also creates some problems for you. There's a little bit of it reduces concurrency and other stuff. I don't know if you know of concurrency. It reduces it, and then you have a lot of issues as well with, and you cannot lock your entire database. That one too will kind of like it will give you problems on your application. But doing that, actually it does work. I've done it with Django before when I was still doing Python back in the day. So you can do um uh, I'm trying to remember this thing now. But now you can actually use.
Select for update.
Is there someone say something?
Select for update.
Yeah. So but now you can even do optimistic. So the opposite now is optimistic locking, which this one now it will detect the conflict instead of blocking it. Do you understand? But then you use that when the conflicts are kind of like rare. You don't want threads or anything. You just kind of like add a version or update the column and only update if those version matches. Do you understand? I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying so far. I'm just talking rubbish. But yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
but
yes.
two device when you use two devices, so two devices each pay at the same time for same order. The first one will lock the row. That's just the truth. The second one will wait until the first one is done. It will lock that row where that data is being written, all right, or whether it be you are even reading that data, even so it will lock it. You can actually lock even for read beyond just modify and write. You get. So and you never have to kind of like have both modifying the same row at once. It will not. You can definitely try that model. I would say you should take your time, probably just read around pessimistic and optimistic. All right, it does work. You can do it from backend. Actually, you can do it. It's a whole lot of I know very well that you have to select from, let's say, the order, and then you're using the ID. That means whatever database you're using now is you're using relational database, correct? Is relational database, right? Yeah, exactly. So you have to collect that row ID, and then that helps you to kind of like lock that row at that moment until that entire action is fully performed, and after which it's released to the other device to also modify or something. You get, so yeah, you can do it. You can do it from the back end. Just read about it. I know that the name is pessimistic and optimistic. All right, so read about it and you should get some. There are so many other methods, there's so many other concepts you can use to do it, but the one that I knew back then that worked very well was just pessimistic. That was what I was always using back then when I was still in school. But I've never had to use it in any real-time project. Honestly speaking, I don't work in the fintech space. But yeah, it does work. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for that one, King Robert, and of course Queen Art. Kamiwaza, I can see you on this up, so I'm gonna pass the mic over to you now.
Oh yeah, okay, thank you. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Okay, awesome. So great responses from Queen Arit and Robert. So I'll just start with the race condition question. So everything King Robert said was on point. Whether you're doing pessimistic or you're doing optimistic locking, right? These are the two main things. But I would say for especially for pessimistic, it really depends on your ORM. So some ORMs have made it much easier for you to handle, right? I know I'm a Python first developer, right? Backend developer. So whether I'm using Django, I'm using Flask. With Flask, I would use SQLArchem, right? Django ORM, they both have already defined methods that you can use in selecting a specific row, right? Basically locking that row. So for Django, it is the select for update method, right? So you call that, and basically it locks that row such that any other operation meant to be on that. Now it happens in two ways. It's either it waits for the locked transaction to complete, or you can implement like a fail fast method such that if that row is locked, every other request to that one fails, right? So that's for pessimistic. Then for optimistic locking, depends on how you're implementing it, but I think the main thing is by versioning. So you're pretty much implementing a version on that particular row, right? If you are updating, if an update process is running on that row, you already have the version, right? If by the time you are completing, or by the time a new request comes in, you are comparing the versioning number, and that sort of gives you like, that's where the conflicting that like in Robert made reference to comes in, because now you have two different versions, so there's a conflicting version. So whichever request came in last will fail. So that's using optimistic locking. There are different strategies, and again, depends on the ORM you're using. So, but yeah, these are methods that you can use to implement or handle against race conditions. There's also the table locking, where you can lock the chat table or lock the DB. And in race conditions, I would say it's important that you handle them in like a in a transaction, right? You mentioned that you are doing SQL now. It's been a while I wrote PSQL. Well, I know with pure SQL you would run all these your table lockings, whatever locking strategy you want to implement, right? If you are doing SQL, you run it in a transaction, right? A transaction there at the end of the transaction you commit, right? If it fails, it fails. With your ORMs or with your backend strategy, you can implement in such it's like an atomic DB transaction, right? So that's also key as well. So I feel like these ones you can look into.
Yeah,
look into it. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
even going to add
yeah,
to you that you should definitely also look into Redis lock. I know Redis lock also
yeah,
works. Yeah, Redis lock works if you use the sentence and the pattern. Those red lock, it works very fine. You can get that whole implementation done on your code from backend. You're basically just going to create a variable and run and await. All right. Sorry, and a synchronous program, and within it you have an if statement that if it is locked, all right, it should throw an error, all right, and then try whatever block that you want to try. All right, so it's definitely going to be an asynchronous program, and you will definitely need an if statement within it, a conditional flow there. Yeah, I hope that works for you though.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that as well. So okay, so that's for the first question. On the second question on when to optimize, do you optimize when you're writing or do you optimize at the end of your development? I would say both both come in, both play, right? Both come into play when you're developing, right? But the first one, optimize as you develop, optimize as you write, right? You do that based on the level of knowledge at the point where you're writing. If you are a junior developer or maybe intermediate or however, you might not have so much knowledge as to how to optimize your code, right? You might not have knowledge so much knowledge as to how to optimize your queries to your DB, right? So at the point of writing, you are writing the code with the existing knowledge optimization that you have, right? So it's basically what you have, what you know that you give at that point in time. But then at the end of development, right? That's when you now sit back and say, okay, this entire project has been developed at least to a very substantial level. Now let's optimize it. Maybe at some point, maybe someone is complaining that some of the requests are taking too long or something. Okay, how do you optimize it? That is when you now start to research. This is when you now actively start calculating, the timing. How long does this request take to run? How long does this operation take to run? How can I shorten this? You now go and research on, okay, is there a better way I could write this query? Is there a better data structure I could use, right? Is there a better way to look through these things? If you are handling bulk creation or bulk update of data, right? Are you creating each data individually? Again, if you are not comfortable and conversant of this thing at the initial point when you're writing, your code will not be optimal. It is when you are done that you now have that time to sit back and review. So optimization happens in two stages, right? The first stage, it happens based on your current knowledge, right? That's why it's called that senior engineers who have years of experience, multiple years of experience would write optimal code at the first try than the junior. You don't even need to stress because it's something that is already innate, right? It's inbuilt in them. Their first attempts are usually more optimized than you who is a junior developer or maybe entry level. That is at the point of writing. But then when you are finished developing, you now sit back. Now, how do we make this run better? So I feel like that's how it works, regardless of the code base or yeah. I hope that helps.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Kamiwaza. Yeah, over to you, Jetro. I can see your hand is up.
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you to everyone that answered because now we would I'm already writing a list of things I've been learning, like reading more about. Because as a backend developer, I've always been curious that okay, there should be a way for me to like manipulate SQL queries to my taste in a way. But yeah, thank you once again. I'll look into things. Thank you everyone. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jetro. I really do hope that you said you took notes. So go and implement. Okay. Yeah, real quick, for those who are just joining us in the space, thank you guys so much for joining. I saw Maz here earlier. He has dropped off again. I see Gospel, my boss. Good to have you here. I see Teka. I see a lot of familiar faces in the space. Thank you guys so much for being here. Your presence means a whole lot to me. If you've not done so yet, retweet the space, okay? And of course, feel free to request for the mic if at any point in time you want to say something or ask a question, or you just maybe want to contribute to the conversation. Okay, it's a new month, it's the last one in 2025. We're kind of catching up, to know how the year has been for you so far, what you're looking to accomplish in 2026. And of course, again, if you've got questions that you want to ask, feel free to come ask your questions. Okay, so you can set yourself up for an amazing new year. All right. So I did say that I have a question or a couple of questions for Queen Ariel, but I feel it's unfair for me to have speakers in the space and then I'm asking my questions. So mine will probably just be for later, towards the end of the space. If Queen Ariel to still be here. If not, I enter a DM, Sha. I got I got disturb us small. No, I'm going to ask the question on this space. But I still have a couple of speakers, so I'm just gonna catch up with them. Kamwaza, please help me with the pronunciation of this name because I'm very terrible with
Idera.
names.
Idera.
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 Heck, man.
Okay.
Idera. I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
I was pronouncing it
No,
as
it could
the
be
Igbo tongue.
Idera or Idera. Maybe you should ask the person, please.
Okay, yeah, please. You know yourself. You had your hands up. I beg, pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. I'm very terrible with names that are quite technical like this. Is it Idera or Idera? Idera? Is there like phonetics to the pronunciation? What is the correct pronunciation of your name? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. But yeah, over to you. You had your hands up.
Oh, good evening. So, the correct pronunciation of my name is Idera. It's a Yoruba name, but you can also call me Nima.
I'm sorry, what just happened? Okay.
Yeah, I mean the correct pronunciation of my name is
I know
Idera.
Okay, Canvas, I'm going to need you to take this because I'm not going to. Yeah, you're gonna have to take this one.
All right. Idera. That's cool. Sorry. This isn't strange. Where are you from? I just asked.
I'm from Nigeria, this country. Nigeria.
This country. Okay. What part of this country?
I'm from Abeokuta actually, but I'm from Abeokuta. I'm currently a student of Obafemi Awolowo University.
Oh, really? That's good. That's good.
Someone's music is playing really loud. Ayumi, can you mute your mic, please? And also, Dara, you can. I think we should allow Dara to ask a question. I know why you guys are hesitating. Let her ask a question, please.
Awesome. Let's do that. So, Idera, please go on. You had your hands up.
Okay, so good evening. My name is Idera, or you can also call me Nima. It's like the same thing, kind of. So, as my question, currently a student in Obafemi Modern University. So, and I'm also a front-end developer intern for a company in Iraq, East Station. So, recently I was due to work on a project with a senior developer, and I found out that I was missing some knowledge because of there were some things I didn't know. And because of schooling and learning tech together, it's made it hard somehow for me to work on side projects. So I only had the redundant knowledge of what I knew before getting that internship. And I really don't want to retain my position because I don't want to be laid off in court because I'm still an intern. So I decided to work on a side project in front-end mentor. So I choose the level of advanced because I subscribe for their premium plan. So I chose one of the project, Demo Tracker, and this is an advanced project. So when I was into it, like I got the Figma file, I was working on it. So when I was into it, I found out that I didn't know a lot of things. So and it's I've been half speaking in public for a while now, so I needed to, because I really do remember those times when it was easier for you to just comment on a developer group like, oh, hi, I have this problem, but now everybody is so busy and I completely understand because if anybody else would come to me now to ask me for a feedback on my code, I barely have time. And I'm in my final year, so there's a lot of stuff going on. So I noticed that. So I reached out to, she's like a senior dev, like, so she was on this space before she left. So I reached out to her and I told her about how I felt very dumb. But I remember a person, she was written by one of these Japanese developer on Hex that he said, you are not dumb, you just lack the prerequisites, which is the basics. Like, it was a blog. So I knew I had to go back to my basics. But I've been half building like for a while now. If you check my timeline, I've been so half building for a while now because I have to be I'm more attentive at my intern this, but it's really good because that the company makes me it was a really good place for me to grow because I was not that pressured. So my question is that I want to go back to the basics because I noticed that a lot of developers usually write that they don't know what they are doing. But I think that shouldn't be taken literally. Like, I don't think the devs, the big devs, they actually know what they are doing. And I feel like it's so easy to just take that and you feel relaxed that, oh, well, fine, everybody do not know what they are doing in this in tech, but that's wrong. So I want to know what I'm doing. I don't want to rely on ChatGPT or cloud for anything. So I mean, if I want to rely on them, at least I want to know what I'm prompting. I just don't want to paste a bunch of codes on my ID and just go with it because I was moving towards that in my internship and it made me feel very uncomfortable because I want to be in this tech at least for the while in me being in tech before everybody goes to the farm, like the whole tech jokes. So I still want to know what I'm doing. So I want to go back to learning the basics, but I don't know if by the time I make sure that my feet are strong in this, if by the time I get back to the world, if I'll be back, if I'll be behind. So I'm afraid of being behind. Like, how do I move first? Why being taking my time? Because firstly, I'm in school. I have an internship I need to show up for. And I just want to ask that question, like, how do I move without regretting? Like, I know I'm not going to regret going back to the basics, but like, oh, I should have done this earlier than this or something. So that's my question, because I really do feel like tech is moving very, very fast. Like the AI, people are using it for really incredible things, but I still need to know what I'm doing. I don't want to move with or everybody do not know what they are doing in tech, like or everybody feel dumb sometimes, but I think it's very good to be truthful with yourself and really work on the areas you want to work in. So that's my question.
Okay, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
that. Idera Kamiwaza, you were the one that was taking that too, but
Yeah,
yeah, over to you, can grab it.
thank you. Either that was you. I really love how you spoke. You are a very intelligent person. Believe you me, you are not dumb. Trust me, you are very very intelligent person. Your question is intelligent, and believe you me, you already answered the question. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you something. I'm currently working as a CIO in a company that is based out of Florida in the US. Okay, and I'm leading engineering teams, building projects in across different multiple continents at the same time concurrently, and leading teams that are executing those projects. And you know what I did? I still went back to because I am leading a team of like really strong engineers, and there are some parts of what they do, some of my engineers do, that I am not so strong in it. So you know what I did? I went back to classroom and I paid for an institution, got into a master's program, and I take my classes every weekend, and now a lot of the things that eluded me from when I was probably still in school doing my basics in software engineering and all that, I am getting all of those things back now. So it is never a wrong time to learn. I will tell you for a fact. In fact, you are in an industry where continuous learning is part of the job, it's part of the task, it's part of the career. As in continuous learning and your tech career as a software engineer, I don't know about other field, but you see software engineering, continue every money you make out of tech. I always tell my buddies and everyone around me, no matter how much you are making out of software engineering or whatever it is, part of that money has to go back to upskilling, has to go back to relearning, has to go back to re-empowering yourself. Else you will not be relevant. Now you've noticed that I'm glad that you recognize that you're having some shortcomings here and there with the basics, and it's great. It's great. I mean, you're just doing your internship, and you're asking yourself whether you'll be left behind. You are not left behind. Internship, the whole essence of an internship is to learn. Is to learn. You are learning. You are at the learning stage. There will be time where you come to where you have to now be putting all the work. See, it was, I don't know if it's my mom that said it. She said at every stage of every man, every human being on earth have three stages of life. Number one is your learning stage. Number two is your earning stage, and number three is your yearning stage. You are still in your learning stage. Trust me. If you are saying you are doing internship, you are finishing your school right now, you're still in your learning stage, my dear. Don't stress yourself over it. What you already know, do not leave that internship. Please stay on that internship. Whatever hard work they give you. You know what's in with software engineering? I don't know if you have noticed, or some of us here will agree. Every day on the job, you realize that you are actually just learning new thing and using that thing to fix whatever problem that is. And tomorrow you face another problem that you probably have never experienced before. That's just what software engineering is in most of the time. Most of the time, a lot of the things you are going to be doing, it will be your first time implementing it because all projects are not the same. Every logic is not going to come the same. All right. Okay. And even when you write some code that is like the same, it has not become a boiler code or something. You will always still want to try to find a more efficient way to get that code better. We were just talking about optimization a few minutes ago. So I don't want you to feel like the world is moving past you. I had that feeling some time ago, and in fact, it took the Holy Spirit to pull me out of it. Do not put yourself in that phase. Don't feel like you going back to learning your basics is the wrong thing. It's not. It's not the wrong thing. It's the best thing you can do for yourself right now. It's the best thing you can do for yourself right now. Everyone is figuring things out. Everyone is just figuring things out. There's no one single person. I interviewed a CTO today, a CTO today, and I threw him some questions. And at some point, he was doing ba 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 da 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 da. All right, CTO. So don't. We were done, and I told him you might want to look into this, you might want to look into that, and he went ahead and did it. Do you get? This is someone that see the JD that is applying for. You know what the requirement is? 10 years experience. 10 years. If you have 9, you are not qualified. So don't. I wouldn't want you to feel that way, please. It's very. You are at a stage right now where all you are doing is learning, and whatever you are able to get from that internship in compensation, just be getting it and do the hard things. Do the hard things. That internship is supposed to make you do a lot of hard stuff, and then set you up for bigger things. Don't go for the easy ones. You say you went to pick up the front end. Pick the hard ones. Pick the hard ones and figure it out. Figure it out. If you are having issues, ask friends, ask your seniors. If they are not responding to you, come online and look for people. Huh? Come on this space like this and look for people. All right. Your hand is up. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. That's why I joined the space to ask the question because I think I have this kind of anxiety speaking around people because of my voice. So,
Yeah. Honestly speaking, I will just tell you the truth. You don't even have anxiety, my dear. You are doing so well. You spoke. You didn't listen to Jethro when Jethro was. It was almost like at some point it was almost like whether he wanted to toast Miracle or something. He just lose his balance. And I've heard Jethro speak over and over again on space. He's a very confident person. But at some point, I was like, is it that he wanted to toast Miracle or something? So it can happen to the best of us. Don't stress yourself. You are a very confident person. You spoke very well. You spoke eloquently, and you did well. You asked your questions. You made your points known. Your voice is perfect, just the way you are, just the way it is. You are perfect. You are perfect. Trust me. Don't stress yourself. Kamiwaza, you was going to say something. Go ahead before we move on to G.I. Joe. Sorry, I call you J.I. Joe. It's
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Kinga. With everything you said, 100% I agree with it. There, I want to say first of all, well done. And you said in your final year, congratulations. Like congratulations to that making it to the final. See, I still consider myself fresh out of school, so that I don't say trauma of Nigerian education still in my blood, so I understand. And combining school with tech, again, congratulations and well done. That's one. Two, I want to say you are always welcome in this space. Any time of the day, anytime. You're always welcome, and I would appreciate that whenever you join, you grab the mic. Even if it's just to say hello, it builds on the confidence, makes you at ease when speaking. Right? And again, you were perfect in your speech, right? There was no no sign that you were anxious in any way. You gave your question very clearly, it was well understood. So you did well on that. I just want to quickly say, so when you were asking a question, you said something about, your fear of if you go back to learn, right? When you come back, would you have fallen behind, because of the fast pace of the whole tech ecosystem, and then you made reference to AI and how AI sort of pushing things fast, the whole space evolving very fast. I just want to say you're on the right track. It is valid to have that fear. It's very, very valid to have the fear. But the foundations, right? You see the foundations, understanding what you're doing from first principle, right? There's no way tech will evolve. There's no level of evolution that will happen to tech that the principles, the foundations will not be relevant, right? So if you feel, and with valid reason you feel that there are foundational gaps that are missing, go and get them. Go and cover that, right? When you come back, even if tech has evolved, however far it has evolved, you have a solid foundation that most people in tech right now do not have. You'll be shocked by how many people do not understand the core basics of what they are doing. You will be shocked, right? And it is when I feel like it is when you understand the foundation that you know it fully well, that you can now build on that, and then any other form of evolution, any form of building up will be easier for you. So again, the fear is valid, but it should not stop you from going back to the basics. Get the basics, get that foundation solidified, and then any other thing will be light work for you.
Absolutely. That's 100% perfect. Just do it afraid. That's just it. Do it afraid. Fear is good, but do it afraid. Woozy, what's up, man? Wait a miracle. Am I the one comparing your space now?
Be like, but I was gonna chip in something. I just wanted to get to the end. my boss, Gospel. Good evening, sir. So
Yeah,
good to see you. Yeah, how you
yeah.
doing?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Good evening. It's so good to be here again. It's been a long time. Amazing work you're doing, Miracle. First of all, I want to say a very big shout out to Mr. Roberts, and that was a very fantastic response. Kamiwaza, fantastic. I just want to drop something in addition to what Mr. Robert have said. It happens to the best of us when it comes to upskilling. Me that is speaking to you right now, I picked up a new framework of the Node.js piece on the back end. And while I was learning that, that was last month, Next.js, not Next on the front end, but Next on the back end. I had to turn off my cursor prompter, autocomplete, and every other thing that has to do with my IDE so I could learn the foundation properly. Because there's this thing when you're just typing code, your AI IDE will just help you complete, and you would think that you're actually like using the a part of your brain to do it, but when you don't have the IDE, you struggle. So I just turned it off to learn the foundation properly. So I think this is something that is common to even the best of us. And I also went back to the basics of proper DSAs when you're working with like JavaScript, TypeScript, and everything to learn proper DSAs and how to optimize and everything. These things I'm talking to you happened like last month, last 2 months. So it happens to every one of us. And I'm just going to drop this quote with whatever we're seeing here, Idera. There's something that I pinned on my banner on my profile. It says, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That is why that is the ultimate essence of having a personal workshop, because eventually your job leaves, you are left alone with yourself. And most importantly, what you've done with yourself is what's going to sustain you over time. That's one. Two, rarely, rarely does your income inflow surpasses the level of your personal development. Rarely does your income inflow surpasses the level of your personal development. The level at which you've developed yourself over time, that is it's triples on how you get your income, right? So I give two instances. If we have a builder that wants to build a one floor building and have a builder that wants to build a 5 floor building, who's going to spend more time on the foundation? Of course, the builder is going to build the like 5 floor building will spend more time doing the foundation, and eventually when, but of course the person doing the one floor will be the first person to go out to start getting rent money from people, and while the other person that's still digging the foundation will still be there. But eventually when the person digging the 5th floor foundation opens up, the money the inflow is triple of what the first person gets, right? So even if eventually you go back and you think you've lost that job, fine, because you've done something more that's going to account for other things, right? So do not be scared to go back to the basics to ground yourself back up, and so that when devs are talking are interacting, you would know what to see. You would have the confidence to speak and have the confidence to put things there. Thank you very much, Idera, and I'm really really rooting for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your inputs. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Idera. Okay. I'm really happy that you decided to come on the space to speak tonight. Like Kamwaza said earlier, I really do hope that King Robert, I saw your mic was unmuted. Sorry, give me a sec. I'll pass the mic to you. So I really do hope we get King Robert. You're muted though. Is your phone pressing itself? But
I'm not mad
yeah.
at her. I was going to clap for her or just clapping for her.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I do hope we get to see more of you in this space. Either I hope I'm getting the pronunciation correct again. But yeah, thank you so much for speaking and sharing all of that with us. Okay. All right. Uzi Designs, I see you on this up. I don't know if you want to add something to what everybody has said so far. or you just have a totally different thing entirely that you want to say? Over to you.
Okay, I have a total different thing from the question I said I wanted to ask earlier. So okay, yes, I have 3 questions, and the first one might sound funny, but just bear with me, please. I just heard it when I came to S, and I've seen it almost everywhere. So I want to know how to pronounce it. This app, is it pronounced as Fiverr or Fever, please, so that I don't fall my hands anywhere I go, people.
It is
Yes,
Fiverr,
yes.
my brother.
Okay, Fiverr. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And
Why will you
then,
think it is fever? I don't understand. How did they spell it?
so yeah, the second one is I'll just drop the 2 questions so I can get an answer later. So the second question is where I came to S. I've not been in S for like 2 months. Just my account got suspended, and I just had to recover it this year. You understand? So when I came, I kept on seeing Web3 designer. I'm in the Web3 space, stuff like that. And I just went to online to browse what Web3 means. Web3 specifically means owning your informations on the line, online posting, and owning your informations online. But if folk just came out and say he's a Web3 designer, like I didn't get that. So I would love those in the Web3 space to throw more light on that for me. Yeah. Then the second question is please, how do you guys what suggestions do you give to someone that is having network issue? What I mean by network issue, I was in a space where someone asked that question in technical bit, which I guess King Robert gave an answer, but in the process I had a network like I rocked, so I didn't get an answer. So that was why I was miracle. I said let King Robert come so that he'll give back that same answer he gave that folk, because I didn't get it entirely. Because the guy asked a question where he said that he had a client that he was trying to communicate with, and with he was in the process of communicating with the client. Network he just rocked and he had network issue, and he because of that he lost that client. You understand? So
You are doing well.
that is my
You are
that is
doing
my
very
second.
well.
I don't understand.
See,
How do
okay.
you overcome this?
Well, Miracle should be able to answer this question too, actually, because she was also in that demography of people that always are. They live close to the edge of Nigeria, but now she has moved in. They gave her an apartment inside Nigeria recently, so now her network is fine. But yeah, one of the things to do is to follow Miracle's footsteps and move to Nigeria. Stop living at the edge of the country. But yeah, that's joke apart. The answer I gave him was just that I was going to support him in buying a router, a 5G router, and he's actually going there tomorrow morning. He's going to MTN office tomorrow morning to pick it up.
King
That was
Robert,
the answer that I gave him.
include me in this.
Uh, if
King
I
Please
Robert,
swear for
include me
you,
also.
include me,
I
please. Add
swear
me
for
to the
nothing.
budget.
Not be only include you, call. Exclude uni. That was the answer. But yeah, one of the things I also told him was also to make sure that he always plan himself. See, you see me, I'm a planner. Oh. If I'm going to have meeting with a very important meeting tomorrow, all my internet, everything, I've checked them for tonight and ensure that everything is working perfectly. They're not born village people where I wake up early in the morning, I do my prayer. They're not born their way, it will not work. My meeting will go well. You don't understand. So that's just it. That was the responses that I gave him. Actually, I think I even mentioned village people as part of the response. But in a nutshell, I just told him he should go to MCN office and find out the price, which he actually did. He just while we were on this space, he actually responded to me that you go there tomorrow morning. So yeah, and also I told him to go there because I know our people. I told him to go there. I want MTN account details. That's where the money is going to be sent to. I've already told my account officer to do that, so that will be done. Yeah, that was the response. Maybe Miracle made 2 million naira last month. Maybe she can pay for your own. So let's do that.
King Robert, what? Okay, thank you for that one, King Robert. By the way, that is false accusation, guys. I have no idea what King Robert is talking about. But
Yeah, I was going to
to you,
mention that
uh
he got the numbers wrong.
Kamasa, what are
It's
you
close to
saying?
3.5. Oh, sorry.
By the way, I didn't say I made. I said that is inflow. Inflow if be anything, no, and then you spend. Didn't you guys see the outflow? Wasn't it matching the inflow? I don't understand.
We didn't see. We didn't see it.
You didn't match the outflow.
No, King Robert. I didn't see any outflow.
I
It's
don't
in
even
my
see
X
outflow.
app.
Yeah. It was. I even saw a lot of info from Alaji in Abuja.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Mr. Folashade in Ibejuleki.
Yeah. Please involve us. Involve us this December. We need to have dirty December,
Okay,
right, guys? Yeah.
Pastor Gospel, please be careful. But to answer your question, Uzi Designs, don't mind them, Jerry. What's the advice to give someone who is having network issues? Well, King Robert already gave some tips. He's going to probably send you something so you can get like a router, like he's going to be doing for me as well. Thank you so much for that one, sir, Tech Investor. But apart from that, so one of the things that I know that tends to affect internet sometimes it's not even necessarily your internet that is the problem. It could be the gadgets you're using, right? For instance, I'm still literally using the same sim that I was using on my previous phone before I leveled up my gadgets. I got like a okay I just got a new phone, basically a better phone, better than the one I was using back then.
Tell
My
them
last
iPhone 15.
my,
Tell
my
them.
last
Stop lying. A new
my
phone.
last phone was
People
like
will think that
iPhone
it's
7.
Android.
King Robert, now my last phone was like iPhone 7 Plus. I was using that phone for like 4 years, guys, before the upgrade. Imagine. So for you to know that it was not even my internet that was the problem, it's the phone I was using. I will be hosting space like this, my phone will be getting hot. Wasn't that like signals? So a lot of times it's actually the type of gadget you're using. Maybe the phone that you're using it needs like an upgrade. That could be one. And then sometimes it's actually like the SIM that you use. So I don't know which SIM card like network you're currently using. If you're using MTN, maybe you can choose to switch to Airtel or Glow. I don't know. Then also depending on your location, so some certain networks work better in certain locations, right? So I don't know if you've actually tried that out yet, just to see what works and what doesn't work. And if you have the money, really just upgrade. You could decide to get like a router, like King Robert said, or if you have the funds, buy Starlink or just something, a really good network provider. But yeah, those are some of the reasons why you could potentially be having network issues like that. Maybe for situations where maybe in your apartment you've noticed that certain networks are not good. If you know you're going to be having a very important meeting, a very important call, you can decide to go somewhere to like a location that is not too noisy, that is seamless. Maybe they even have free Wi-Fi. That's something I've started looking for around my vicinity, and I'm going out more, apart from even network, just to be outside and maybe even meet actual live human beings. I should not just be staring at my screen all day every day, right? So those are some of the things that you could do, and hopefully your internet will be a whole lot better. Okay, but really, if you have the funds, the best is to just upgrade gadgets, upgrade to a better internet network provider, basically. Okay. So yeah, I can see why is my code okay. King Robert, over to you, and then we have Kamiwaza. I don't know why you guys are this awful, but okay.
I was just when you were talking, I just remembered a video I watched during the day. Why is it that when money no day, advice they always long? The the answer to that question is buy a router. It's as simple as ABC. Buy 5G router or buy Starlink. That's all. We move on to the next person. Kamiwaza, you're next.
That one is for people that have money. If
Okay,
you are broke, we'll call. What's not the solution?
me, I just wanted to say location first. Location. See, before you go and spend money and buy router in the wrong location. Because I live in an environment where they used to turn up. We used to have like 6 hours of internet only. They used to turn off the mask. I'm not even joking. Like there's no router you buy unless you're using Starlink. There's no router or 5G, 10G that you buy that will work. So ensure eh, ensure that you are in a very good. I'm not even
I'm sorry, did
joking.
you say they used to
Location
turn off
first.
masks? Like internet connection?
I'm
Are
not
you
joking.
living the old Nigeria that have the old national anthem? Is that where you are living?
It's funny, but that's the reality and it frustrated me because okay.
My guy say, okay. It is
It's
well.
tough.
All right.
It's tough. It's tough.
But yeah, that's pretty much the answer to your question. Is it design? So do it that information however you please. You can always slide into King Robert's DM again, to yeah, do the needful. All right, thank you so much for that question. So I see a couple more people, new people in the space, but Maz, it's been a long time. I don't know if you're even free to speak, but I guess whenever you are, you would, signify, you raise your hands or something, because this is level up in tech. This is no vibe space. I also see my namesake in the house. Miracle, thank you so much for joining. Um, okay, so Jetro, your hand is up, and then we'll have Uzi.
Sorry,
Uzi
Miracle.
design. You want to say something?
I'm sorry. I asked two questions. The first one was skipped.
Oh, it was. What was your first question?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your first question? Sorry.
Okay. I was speaking about the Web3. I said earlier. When I joined the space, I kept on seeing Web3. So when I went more to check what Web3 means, Web3 basically means owning your stuff online. But suddenly I'm seeing someone saying he's a Web3 designer, he's a Web3 this and all those stuff. So that's what I was waiting for. Those in the Web3 space to come and just give throw more light on that. That was my other question.
Oh, okay, nice,
Oh,
nice.
okay.
So
Yeah.
what's funny? When it comes to Web3, I don't know jack about it. So tech is very big. So me, what does not concern me, I don't put my hand in it. But I do know that if you say Web3 designer, now my operative word will be designer. It basically just means that you are a designer that creates user experience and interfaces for decentralized apps. Okay, I actually don't know what Web3 is, so it's decentralized applications. So that's the closest thing that I know about Web3, like NFTs, crypto wallets. So there are some people that is kind of like their specialty. They have the creativity to design very appealing, wallet flows and other stuff to connect wallets and sign transactions. Wow, I'm using their words. I know Web3. So blockchain and data and other stuff. So yeah, I think that's just what a Web3 designer do. It's just someone that is a designer that is fully focused on Web3 applications. I think that's what it is because yeah.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct, King Robert. That's pretty much it. You already know what Web3 is in quotes, right? It's like Web 3.0. So currently what we are using where we are right now is like Web 2, right? So Web 3.0 is like the next generation of the internet that is basically built on blockchain technology, right? So that's just the whole idea. It's the idea behind it is decentralization, meaning there isn't like a single entity or a single company like maybe Google or Meta or banks or whatever like that controls things Instead, it is the users that own their data, they own their identity, they own their assets, things like that. Okay, so kind of like what you said, a place where you own digital items, right? You can also like earn or pay using crypto, stuffs like that. And then there's also like apps that are run on is. So now Web3 designer is really just a product designer or UI UX design that you already know, a UI UX designer that you already know, who designs experiences specifically for like blockchain based products, right? They just focus on that, the Web3 aspect. That is what they design for. They don't do anything Web2, they don't, not at all. It's just Web3, Web3, Web3 all through. Okay, so that's pretty much the straightforward, simplest. Just a Web3 designer creates user friendly, like interfaces or just products for blockchain or crypto. That's pretty much it. The simplest, as simple as I can make it, really, definition for who a Web3 designer is. So yeah, I hope that helps. Okay, I can see a couple more hands up. I feel like we have some Web3 designers in this space. If you are, please request for the mic and come expand on this a bit more. I'm not into Web3. I dabbled just a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've got to say. All right, King Roberts, will take you, and then we'll have Raphael, then Techie, Tessa, and Jetro in that order. Over to you,
No,
King Roberts.
let's start with Raphael. Let Raphael go. Let the designers go.
Oh, okay. All right, over to you, Raphael, then. So Raphael, then Techie, Tessa, and Jetro in that order. Over to you, Raphael. Raphael, I don't know if you're speaking, but we cannot hear you. Your mic is still muted. Mr. Raphael. Okay, I'm going to assume he's not here. Let's have Tessa then. We'll probably circle back to Raphael.
What it is. So I wanted to chip in something based on the topic we have, which is level up in tech. Like I had this recent huge experience. Currently, I'm learning animation and game development. So my tutor recommended I should get a laptop. Good and fine. He made the recommendation for me, but he forgot the most important one. And I got a system that doesn't have that part. So I had to return it. And to get the one that will give me what I want, I had to spend times two of what I bought the first one. So it's not funny at all, God. But here I am. I was able to make the payment and my system will be landing. I'll be receiving it by tomorrow, hopefully. So that is my experience in leveling up in tech. It's not easy. Like if I see people on tech, like I see money because you guys are spending a lot of money, especially on tech, on network, on gadgets. Like if I seen a tech, you are seeing a gadget, a techie a gadget. Like they should make us. They should make you guys ambassador of gadgets, honestly, because you guys are the one that is patronizing these people. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
great.
you, Tessa.
King Roberts.
you
King Roberts,
you actually just
King
did it.
Roberts,
Sorry,
before.
I was just going to say that.
No,
See, there are two things that I don't calculate. All right, I've tried not to make sure that I don't sum up the total expense in a month, and that is internet and food. Because me, I go eat anytime. Oh. I go eat anytime, and I can just wake up today and say, you know what, let's go to a very nice place and go and eat. You get, so I don't calculate. I don't put budget on it. I don't calculate it. I don't care how many times I bundle in a month or I pay in a month because I stream movies when I'm not working, when I'm not busy, when I'm not. You understand? So you are very correct. They should come and be.
First off, for that one, for sharing that with us, Tessa, and I totally understand what you mean by the old spending. You see a techie, you more often than not you see gadgets, right? That is true. And I'm so sorry about your experience with having to spend double on getting like a laptop. I do hope that the one that is coming now is going to have all the things you need and you'll be able to lock in like crazy and bag major wins, okay? You said you're learning animations or something like that. Well, yeah, just focus on it fully and get very good at it, and you start making that really good tech money, because there's money in tech. It's just that your eye go peel first small before you see them. So yeah, I'm rooting for you massively, Tessa. And thank you for joining the space. I don't know how you got to know about Level Up in Tech, but I do hope to see more of you. It would be nice if you join us again same
You know, she's she's like the mother. So I owe you a lot. At least I have a gift for you. Marrying Miracle will be, such a nice gift. But yeah, it's good to be here again. And Miracle, sorry, you were calling my name before, right? I was having a meeting with a client, and I heard you shouting your last name. But that's topic for another day, by the way. But it's been a while since I've been up here. I've been pretty busy. I have a lot of projects I'm working on, and all. So it feels good to be here to learn from you guys, especially from Queen Harriet. So yeah, I'm alright.
Wait, Mas, did you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and your Savior? What happened? You have changed, oh. Is it not the same Mas that always insult Miracle? But you lost
Queen
church.
Harriet is here on the space.
Oh, that's why. Oh, okay, okay. I know how you control your. Oh, that's
Nah,
nice. I like how
so
you control it.
nah, Maz is a new creature. All things have passed away. Creation.
Hallelujah.
Be deceiving yourself.
So nah, but for real though, Maz, it's really good to hear from you. I was actually gonna reach out to you after the space today. That was if I did not. I'm serious. No, August is my art, but you don't have to believe me. Cause you came you came. How I used to say, you passed my mind, you passed my thoughts. I don't know. You were shy in my head, and I was
Hey,
saying, okay, I'm going to reach out to Maz. King Robert, please allow. So yeah, it's good
this
to
school
hear
you
from
go.
you once, once
We need to go and
again.
collect your school fees. They didn't do the job. They didn't do the job at all. We need to collect your school fees back.
Thank you so, thank you so much, Maz. Guys, for those who are new in this space, this is not how we usually are. I don't know what's up with my co-hosts and yeah today, but um it's all good. Maybe it is Ember last month of the year, yeah, probably. And besides, 30 December is coming soon. King Robert, do you used to do 30 December? How about Queen Harry itself? Do you dabble in those things in the year? I don't know if they do that or it's just
30 December. What is it? Do they people throw death in their body or what?
I
What is it
don't even
about?
know what it fully means. I just know that
You
they
don't know
people
and you're
get to
asking me if I do. Which school did you go again?
like I know people get to spend a lot of money and it's just like celebration galore,
You made
so
2 million
something
naira
like
last
that.
month now. Let's go and spend it. Let's start with yours.
God, that big. Okay, moving on. So there was I see like new people in the spaces, but there was a question I wanted to ask Queen Arit earlier. Actually, real quick, Queen Arit, I know you mentioned because I don't want to forget. There was someone you said you follow on Instagram. I don't know if you dropped his name, but I would love to like check him out. You I don't know if you can drop
Let
that
me,
in the can you
yes,
just
yeah, let
see?
me let me let me look it up and drop
Okay,
that.
okay.
Sure. Yes.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much because while you were speaking, what you said that he said stuck with me, and I was like, yeah, I need to go check him out. I need to go check him out by force, by fire. So I'll be expecting that. Thank you so much, Mama. Okay, so let's take the other speakers in this space because we'll be winding down soon, guys. This is the last 1 hour. Usually this space is between 9 to 12 p.m. West African time. So in the next less than 1 hour, we'll be done with this space. Okay. I see Daniel's hand is up. So we'll take Daniel, we'll take Miracle, my namesake, then we'll circle back to my co-hosts. I don't know why their hand is raised, for the love of God. What's up with you two tonight? But yeah, let's have Daniel. What's up, Daniel? 9,000. How are you doing today, man? Happy New Month. What's going on? Okay, is Daniel here? Daniel who survived Lions Den. Are you here? Can you hear me? Daniel.
Are you sure you survived? Are you sure you survived? It's not here,
I
so
mean, he entered like oh my God, Daniel, Are you here? You need to prove that you survived, though. You entered Lions Den and came out, fine. Okay, I guess it's not here. We'll circle back to him. Miracle, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, yeah,
Can you hear me?
guy. Hello, I can hear you. Are you in the Web3 space? Because your profile picture says probably. I don't know. Are you?
I actually did. I did little of Web3 before I switched into cybersecurity.
Oh, nice. Okay, what's you? What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. And how's everyone? Greetings, everyone. I've actually been in this space for a while now. I've been listening. I said, let me contribute today for the Web3 guy, the one that asked questions. I don't know if you're still here. Hello, can you hear me? Anyway, there are key terminology towards Web3. And sorry, I said terminologies, technologies towards Web3, which is a blockchain, cryptocurrency, and tokens. Also have the smart contracts, the centralized storages, and all these are mainly for one to be able to utilize his for someone to be able to work properly with the Web3 to scale properly. There are so many complexities, which is one of the reasons why I ran away from Web3. And those complexities were scam and some series of
Miracle has dropped. Miracle has dropped.
That was so confusing because for a sec I was like, how did I drop off? I'm the host now. What's happening?
I was even going to suggest
I don't know.
something.
This
I
is
was
not
going to suggest
surprising.
something for you, sir. If you marry that man, you
It's not
get to keep
surprising. Exhibiting the
your
traits of
your name will be
miracles.
very nice, Mrs. Miracle.
That was a good one, King Robert. That messed with my brain for a sec. But yeah, Miracle has dropped off for some reason. I hope he comes back. While we wait, though, let us catch up with Thomas the guy. Thomas the guy. How you doing, man? Can you hear me? Jack of all trades, master of all. For your What's up, man? What's going on? Can you hear me, Thomas?
Hi, Miracle. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
This is your first
How
time
are you
speaking,
doing?
correct? I'm okay.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not.
Okay. Well, you have the floor. Please go ahead.
I really don't have anything to say. Okay, I had something to say earlier about the Web3 designer guy, but then it left my head, so I'm blank for now.
I'm sorry, you had
And
something you
and
wanted to.
Miracle, why are you doubting Thomas?
What is up with King Robert tonight, guys? Okay, Thomas, I don't know
Oh,
if
he's
you.
on the road.
I don't even know if Thomas caught that because that was lines, man. Oh my goodness. Why are you doubting Thomas? Like, okay, so Thomas, you said
He did not feel it, so he did not catch it.
yeah, she gets. So you said you had something you wanted to say before, and then you forgot. Like you're now blank. Your
Yeah,
brain is blank.
exactly.
God,
All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm Thomas, a full stack developer. I'm currently building. I'm the founder of Blocks platform. You can see that my bio. Um, We are not yet revealing what Blog's platform is all about. We will reveal it in the future. But I recommend everybody, and I beg, please follow Blog's platform. If you know a developer and interested in tech, follow Blog's platform. They have something big coming up, and I beg. So if you want to be an app, I'm your guy. You want to be a baby, anything in general, I'm your guy. Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Thomas, for that one. Lucky, people don't need doubt to, as I say, you come grab my come speak. They tell us, see, you're blank. You don't know what to say. But yeah, thank you for that. Okay, moving on. So Miracle, you are back now. For some reason you dropped off. I don't know why. You performed a miracle. But please confirm you can hear me. Are you back now? Miracle. It feels weird to be
Okay.
calling
Now
my
I
name,
understand. No,
honestly.
the thing is happening. I think this is the miracle that you pass your network issue though.
Miracle, can you hear me? It feels weird to be calling myself. Oh, please answer me. Kamiwaza, will you please take this one? Because it feels weird to be calling my name. Like, Miracle, talk to me. I'm speaking to you, Miracle. Can you hear
Okay. So this is giving deja vu vibes because now I'm going to be saying, can anyone hear Miracle? I don't know, for some reason Miracle is not doable.
This
Okay.
is the miracle
I
that
thought I
took
would not come
over.
back to this again.
This is the miracle that took over from miracle. They swap places.
Miracle, so you successfully passed the baton. As to handing over the touch. But there's nothing to take it. I don't think Miracle is here, so just continue with the space. We hope that the space will not rub as Miracle is not here.
Jetro's hand
Okay,
is up. So Jetro can
let's
speak.
have Jetro. Jetro's hand is up. Jetro, you've been
Kamiwaza's hand
wow.
is also up.
For someone who is so nervous, you ask and speak like a lot, and that is really good. Keep at it, okay? You would improve with time. Trust me. In fact, you don't sound like you're a nervous person. But yeah, over to you, man. What's up?
Wait, sorry. I said wait. Are you referring to me currently?
Yes, I am. This is like the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 time I've heard you speak on the space tonight. So yeah.
Okay, so last week you asked me to share a link to my LinkedIn profile, but you haven't given me feedback yet. So that's what just crossed my mind now. That's it. So.
Did you remind
Drag
me?
her.
I told you to remind me. You enter DM, remind me. Now you want me I review something now. So I have a lot on my plate. If you don't remind me, I might not remember unless I do it immediately. So enter my DM tonight. Maybe as soon as we're done with this space, and I'll definitely check it out. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. All right then. And by the way, guys, I do a bit of like okay, that's Quinary. So I've been dubbed the LinkedIn optimization / recovery specialist. Again. So if that's something that you're looking to, you want me to have a look at your LinkedIn profile, I can definitely do that. Okay, so just hit me up in my DM and let's talk. All right. Okay, so let's move on to is this stealth exploits? Over to you.
Stealth exploit.
Right, over to you, man. What's up?
All right. Good morning.
Oh, hi. Good morning. What?
Yeah.
You're not in Nigeria, are you?
Yeah, it's morning. It's not morning already.